next speaker is a hero of ours, and that's Ed Schloeman, who we saw briefly before. He is a retired Chief Master Sergeant from the New York Air National Guard and a Vietnam Marine disabled veteran serving from 1960 to 1966. He is currently president of Fidelis Service Group, a certified service-disabled veteran-owned business. Ed has been married for 48 years to Judith Ann and has 3 children, Catherine Sislow, Lieutenant Colonel Edward Schloeman Jr. with the USAF, and NYPD Lieutenant Robert Schloeman. Ed.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. I have to say this, of course my boys hate this, but I always said that I always wanted to be a pilot, so I had a son. I always wanted to be a cop, so I had another son. Or I should say my wife and I had a child. But I always wanted to be smart, so I had a daughter. All right, but now we'll get a little serious on a very delicate subject. It's the war and sacrifice in post 9/11 and a cry for help. America's post 9/11 wars are very unique. Never before has this nation engaged in conflicts for so long with such a small amount of our population fighting this fight. In an address to West Point in 2011, Admiral Mullen, then the Joint Chief of Staff, made a comment. He said, "I fear they do not know us." Admiral Mullen was referring to the nation's civilians. "I fear they do not comprehend the full weight of the burden we carry or the price we pay when we return from battle. We Marines are a boastful lot." Hurrah. A Marine friend told me once that President Obama in 2009 made a comment, and he said, "Freedom is not free, but the United States Marine Corps will pay most of your share." However, there is one word in that statement that is not emphasized enough. The word is most. We will pay most of your share. That means there is still room for the rest of us to contribute. We are here in LA to ask for that assistance. We shall be in New York City in April of 2012, requesting the same from them. In LA and in New York, and between these two great cities, is that 1% who has pledged their lives to protect us. That 1% is our military. In 2007, a private sector security agent was making $1,222 a day, whereas an Army sergeant was making $190 a day. Recently, you have seen in the media people using the slogan of 1% versus the 99%. Supposedly, 99% want what that 1% has. The way I use this percentile is, we, the 99%, owe that 1% what we have today. Operation Warrior Wellness is talking about a different 1%. We are talking about our newest, greatest generation. We want them to know that we are there for them. We are here to let them know that your anxiety, your depression, your sleeplessness, your substance abuse, your family disruptions, and other symptoms of post-traumatic stress can be addressed by a proven medical treatment that heals the mind. We want to offer you a warrior's mindset, and it is offered through Transcendental Meditation, or TM. 2011 is a bittersweet year for Operation Warrior Wellness. It was a year we heard of terrible statistics regarding our veterans. I won't repeat all of them, but a few need to stand out. July 2011 was a record number of suicides for the Army, 32. 160 suicides by mid-2011. 13% of the veterans are unemployed today. Now comes the good news. Numerous veterans have successfully learned TM, as you heard today. We established strategic alliances with many major veteran groups, such as the Iraq-Afghanistan Veterans of America, the Wounded Warrior Project, Norwich Military Academy, and the U.S. Army, to name just a few. David Lynch today pledged $1 million to assist our 1%. The Department of Veterans Affairs is looking for proposals today for TM, for veterans. The Department of Veterans Affairs and all military branches are giving their all to support those who are suffering from post-traumatic stress. And you got to hear about how a World War II P-51 fighter pilot picked up a Vietnam Marine veteran on Iwo Jima in 2010, and with the help of Bobby Roth, David Lynch and his team started Operation Warrior Wellness. PTS is not an American problem. It is a global one that needs to be addressed by our world leaders. Thank you. Operation Warrior Wellness is available to partner with any other nation. We have a global cure for a global problem. In closing, we are asking corporate America, you 99% that are out there, and our government leadership to provide the necessary support through donations to establish public law to help veterans with employment and to offer financial assistance to Operation Warrior Wellness. And if by chance this press release happens to find its way into the hands of Mrs. Obama and Mrs. Biden, we would like to sit down with you two and discuss how we are changing the lives of our military and their families one mind at a time. So, in closure, let's be there for them who are there for us. God bless America and Semper Fi.